Got to taxi down here and get another clearance from our control tower. And we are on our way. It's a little different than taking off in a airplane. Hopefully a little more fun. Buzz our tower real quick. Kind of neat to get up above the forest here. This is the Kaibab National Forest. We're going to be over this forest for about 7 minutes. Hey guys, this is a pretty incredible view here. This entrance is amazing.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Welcome to the Grand Canyon.
Oh!
You almost made me scream.
That was
man.
intense.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to go down.
Yeah, dive straight down.
If you would have gone down, I would have lost it.
And we're a little over 1 mile above that river, or 2 kilometers.
Okay.
Off to our left side is the northern rim of the Grand Canyon. And it's about 1,500 feet or 450 meters higher than the south rim off to our right side. We get about 3 times the moisture annually over there on the north rim in comparison to the southern. And from the north rim off to our left over to the south rim, it averages 10 miles in width, or 16 kilometers. It does get as wide as 18 miles or 24 kilometers in certain areas. Over on the southern rim, it's also called the Painted Desert out in that direction. And as far as you can see that way, and about 6 times further, is the Native American Navajo Indian Reservation. That's the largest U.S. reservation. It's home to 300,000 Native American Indians. Over here off to the right, those cliffs along the south rim, those are the size of 3 Empire State Buildings stacked on top of each other. Pretty easy to lose perspective of how enormous this canyon is. They call those cliffs the Palisades or Desert Palisades. This little Colorado River off to our left has carved out a pretty good-sized canyon itself. And we're just going to make a quick horseshoe around this. No road maps or cell phone service out here, so you want to make sure you're prepared before you drive out here. Underneath us, there's kind of a ridge line at the bottom of the canyon. It runs like a spine over to that great big mesa in front of us off to the right a little bit. You can make that out. That's a earthquake fault line. Earthquakes aren't very common in the canyon. About 20 years ago, the last one occurred, and it was just a 4.0. About 10 years ago, they stopped allowing helicopters to land down in the canyon. But about 30 years ago, there was actually a wedding up on this big mesa in front of us. I don't know all the specs on the wedding, but everybody had to be flown in by helicopter. In front of us, the north rim slopes down and kind of narrows to the south rim. Beyond that narrowing point, they call it Marble Canyon. Marble Canyon is the most eastern portion of the Grand Canyon. We're about 70 miles or 120 kilometers downriver from Lake Powell and the Glen Canyon Dam, which is technically where the Grand Canyon National Park begins. That big rock up ahead there that's all by itself in the canyon, up high up in the canyon. They call that Mount Hayden. It's a pretty popular image in the Grand Canyon. A lot of the photos, you see that rock come from the North Rim at a lookout point just right across from it. Just next rock up ahead here, they call it the Battleship. Got to use your imagination again to see a battleship in that rock.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Kind of see some of that white running down those lower red rocks. When it's raining, or recently has rained, it's a lot more obvious of a feature through here. This lighter tone layer is a layer of coconino sandstone. It's actually ancient petrified sand dunes. Layer is estimated by geologists to be about 2 million years old. All of these layers in the canyon were once upon a time the surface of the earth, and over time layers have stacked on top of layers. And according to the most accepted research, there are arguments, but the most accepted research, they say the Colorado River established its course through here about 17 million years ago. And over that 17 million years, it's eroded nearly 2 billion years worth of surface layers out of here. Down off to our right-hand side down in the river where that ravine intersects the river. The set of rapids down there, it's the famous Crystal Rapids. Those are a Class 4 rapid. Those are the most aggressive in the entire canyon. Looks pretty mild from here, but those rapids range from 10 to 30 feet tall, or 3 to 10 meters roughly. Over to our right-hand side, there's a canyon there. They call it Travertine Canyon, kind of leading up towards the south rim.